Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby. And we are here on another episode of the Jeff Releford Show here on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago. Man, how is everybody doing today on this hot day? If you're in the great city of Chicago, because it's been hot for like the past, Jesus, we going on the third week. We dying out here. We baking out here, people. This is just what they do, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, man, it's been a great day. It's been a great time. And yeah, y'all know about the show today, baby. We're going to do some recapping for y'all. Yeah, I got to tell y'all about my great weekend that I have had, because y'all need to understand, we doing big things over here, baby. We do nothing short of greatness, and we're going to keep moving. But y'all know how we do the show, baby. I got to remind y'all where we at. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff Releford of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio, okay? Y'all, listen, we out here doing some big things. We got some documentary stuff we shooting as well, y'all. When I tell y'all that things are happening and things are great for us, y'all better believe it. And yeah, y'all stay tapped in. So please, y'all check out the Vibe Studios, man. We do documentaries, we do podcasting and radio producing as well. So if y'all want to tap in with us, tap into all of our great shows that we have and the personalities and people we network with, and we can make sure that we make that happen for you. Okay, and y'all know what day it is, baby. So since today is a great Monday, listen, we got the Jeff Releford Show from 5 to 6 p.m. After me, it's my man Julian St. Chris with Mixtape Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. And then we have the Dynalyn Big Show from 8 to 10 p.m. Please reach out to us if you want your music played, or if you have any ads or commercials. You can give us a call at 773-462-4447. Once again, that number is 773-462-4447. And also email us at biggsradio@gmail.com. So, yeah, y'all, after I'm on the Jeff Releford Show from 5 to 6 p.m., we got Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris from 6 to 8, and the Dynalyn Big Show from 8 to 10 p.m. So y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all tap in. So, all right, y'all. So, as y'all know, I put out a post. I put out a little something for y'all. I want to let y'all know what was going on with me on this side, because y'all know how it is, baby. We stay moving. We stay shaking. And we try to make sure we set up in position to win all the time. But this time, I just happen to be at the right place, right time. Some people might say God ordained. I say it like that because y'all know how we are over here on this side, baby. We do these biblical principles. We make sure we put them out, and we make sure we adhere to them. And I'm telling y'all, man, this right here is just something great. Over the weekend, I had the pleasure of celebrating 5 years of Biggs Radio with Dynalyn Biggs and all the personalities that we have with us. Hold on, y'all. I got to switch something up. Y'all just going to be hearing my voice for a minute. I'm sorry about that. For the people that's watching on the live stream, sorry about that. Y'all got to hear my voice because we got to make some stuff happen over here. But I had the pleasure of being inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. So for some of y'all, if y'all really don't know what that really entails or what it does, man, you have to be in the game for 5 years And when you're in the game for 5 years, it's a culmination of everything that you've done. And I've been doing podcasting and radio for about 6. So, y'all, we in the game. And when I tell y'all, ever since I joined Biggs Radio, and ever since I've joined Biggs Radio and I've been a part of the team, I've just had the pleasure of making sure that if I'm going to be choosing this portion as a career path for my life, if this is something that I want to do, you have to be serious about it. That's just what it takes, people. You have to be serious about it. You can't play around with it. You can't jerk it around. You can't say, oh, okay, this is just going to be a hobby for a little bit of time, or I'm going to just go ahead, try it out, see how it does for me the whole 9. No, that's not how radio works. How radio works is you have to be very consistent about where you're putting your time and your money. Honestly, people, that's just what it takes. You have to be very consistent about where you're putting your time, your efforts, and your money to. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be very honest when I say this. At the end of the day, you can either make radio fly by night, or you can try to set your mark out here. And I really want to thank Miss Dinah Lynn Biggs for allowing me to use her platform as a great stepping stone. And it's not even a stepping stone anymore. We still just making moves over here. You know, even with the Vibe Studios, with all of us coming together, with this being my home to go ahead and really bring people from all walks of life from Chicago. When I was giving my speech, when I was receiving it, I was letting people know a lot of times, these people drive 2 hours, 2.5 hours in traffic to come and sit down in a chair and get an interview. And I'm telling y'all, these people are dedicated people. These are artists. These are not just independent artists. These are artists that are actually out here doing things. Okay. So I know when we think of independent artists that are doing music and everything, we say, okay, they just striving, trying to get their music out. But y'all got to understand what it takes to do all of this. It takes a heck of a lot to do all of this. And what I mean by a heck of a lot, you got to be out there networking. You got to be out there talking to people. You have to be out there making sure you're pushing your music. I'm connected to a guy, actually 2 people. Shout out to Megastar and Miss Mina Brown Diva out here, Rock Nation in the building. They can help you get distribution deals with your music. Okay. They can help you get distribution deals with your music. You can actually do marketing campaigns for your music. You just got to make sure you have a little bit of money to put forth toward the effort, people, because this thing, it ain't free. Okay. It ain't free. If you want to be successful out here, you have to invest your time and your money into the right areas. Okay. So that's what it takes, everybody. But these cats here, these 2 here that I just named after you, Megastar and Miss Mina Brown Diva, they have distribution deals that you can work with Rock Nation with. You get about 2 or 3 good marketing campaigns going with your music. And then what you do is you listen, you watch where the streams are being played at the most at. And when you watch and you see where those streams are being played at, you could go ahead and you could really make something. Start doing tours, link up with people who are in the area, because I'm telling you, it's some very talented people out here in Chicago that are out here getting it. And if you're going to sleep on them, I'm telling you, you are 1 step away from missing out on your opportunity. Because the thing is, a lot of times we don't care about who really gives us a chance, right? And I'm going to be honest when I say this. At the end of the day, if you want to be successful, you have to not care about who's going to give you a chance. And I say that in all honesty, because if you are willing to at least put in the work, the time, and the effort to do what it is that you have to do to be successful, I don't care if you're going to stay mastering the craft for however long you need to master the craft for. As a radio personality, I will always say it's always more that I can be doing to be better. There's always more I could be doing to be better. But on the flip side of that, we also have to remember that if there's more that you can do to be better, keep at it. Consistency is one of the biggest parts in the game, y'all. Y'all hear me say this junk all the time. Consistency is one of the main keys in any game that you are trying to play, in any field that you are trying to be in. Because at the end of the day, again, radio or any profession that you love can be fly by night, or it could be something you can master. I'm an electrician by trade. I tell y'all that sometimes too. I'm an electrician by trade. And electricity had to be something that I had to master. You know, it had to be something that I always have to have these safe practices with. I had to be consistent in order to learn these ways so I can continue to love my job and do what I got to do. You know, I done been in some cabinets, been in some tight places where I can get shocked. Stuff will really kill you out here. But at the end of the day, I had to take the stride. I had to go ahead and get some training. I didn't really have any formal training in radio. Let's be real, people. Your boy ain't really had no formal training in radio. I had a great mentor. Shout out to the homie Greg Gray, who did 925 videos back in the day, who it was very successful. He did great things with it. And Greg Gray was just an amazing mentor for me. As I always say, y'all always shout out to y'all mentors. Give y'all mentors props. If you don't have a mentor, find somebody who's willing to invest into you. I'm serious. That investment always doesn't have to be monetary, people. They can just pour into you. You hear me? Find somebody who's willing to go ahead and pour actually into you to make sure that you can be the most successful version of you. Man, I'm telling y'all. And honestly, we think it's hard. It's always hard to get started. Keep that in mind. Always remember that. It's always hard to get started. But once you've started, baby, you have no choice but to keep it going. You have no choice but to keep it going. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to work for you. That's what's going to work for you. If you're not willing to take that extra mile and extra step to where you're trying to go, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard because you don't know how many times and how many nights I've had to sacrifice myself in order to put myself in a position to where I can network, to where I can talk to the right people. Because when I tell y'all big things are coming, I'm just not saying big things are coming. No, you have to put some action behind your movements. You have to put something actually behind the time that you are trying to develop to your craft. And if you're not willing to do that, you might as well just think of that bad boy as a hobby. And at the end of the day, go ahead and leave it alone. Because I'm telling y'all, accomplishments, different things that we go ahead and we want to fulfill in this world, they don't come just because you just said, okay, I decided to just get it. I was recommended for a lot of things when it comes down to this, you know, and all in the course of 2 months. And I'm saying this to let y'all know that it's possible that you can do it too. All over the course of only 2 months' time, I got an honorary doctorate from Cheeseboro Bible Institute. Shout out to Cheeseboro Bible Institute. Because and Sharon Pulliam. Sharon Pulliam is an amazing gospel artist. She has been in the game for quite some time. She is another person who has taken me under her wing to help and give me opportunities to actually do things. So that's what I mean, people. When you actually network with people, shout out to Can TV. I've been on Can TV several times. That's the Chicago public access channel. But she has her show going through Can TV, which is actually great. It's a great platform. And we actually going to be on a billboard in New York as well. See, when I tell y'all time, money, efforts, the whole nine, we are going to be on a billboard in New York City on Times Square. Come on, y'all. It takes money to invest in billboards representing who you are, to get the word out, to let people know who you are. Yeah, we could do an old school. You know, you can sell CDs out the trunk of a car. You can go ahead and hand out flyers to everybody that you meet. But in this age that we in now, it truly takes money to make money. It truly takes money to make money. And you have to center yourself into a place of concentration and to say, you know what? I don't care whatever else is going on right now. This has to be important to me. This has to be this. I know that if this is going to put me in a position to where I can leave a legacy. And let's be real, people, the legacy is already being stamped because the city of Chicago is always showing love. It's so many talented people in the city. who doing a lot of great work and a lot of great things. But I want to tell y'all, keep hustling and keep grinding out here, because your time will come. And when your time comes, you won't be overlooked. You just won't be. And I'm saying this because somebody gave me a chance, and I feel as if I am not overlooked. It takes work to do what you got to do, man. It takes work to put in time here. We just don't go ahead. I just don't do this one show. I also got a podcast that I do every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. We are also on FM radio as well, on Spotlight Radio Show. Shout out to my boys Al and DJ Stakes in the building, man. Shout out to them, because they went ahead and they really shout out to the homie Greg Gray. Now he is actually listening and watching. My man. He said, bro, congratulations. You are really killing the game out here, bro. Now, as I've always preached, you know your worth. Love you, little bro. Dope Living. Come on, y'all. I got my first start on Dope Living TV Live, man. That was the first podcast that I was on. And you know what, my man, he had always been telling me, he said, Jeff, listen, you can do this on your own. He has always said this to me. And that's why I love my boy. I love my mentor so much, because that type of stuff right there that he's willing to write, he's always there. He's always watching. Even when I don't think he is watching, the brother is always paying attention to something. He's always paying attention to something. So he's a big reason why I move. I just want to be as successful as he was and still is in his career. And I just want to make sure that I leave that type of mark and that type of impact on people. I want to make sure that I have a legacy. And these are really some great stepping stones in order to do that. I'm telling y'all, man, it's always hard to get started. But once you actually get in the game and you start moving, you start to recognize your past in life. And you say, you know what, look here. All right. What do I see that'll best benefit me, that'll put me in a position to win? And I'm not talking about using people, okay? Let's be very clear when I say this. I'm not talking about using people, because you'll come across a lot of people that'll use you in life. And when they use you, all they're going to do is try to suck you dry and get whatever it is they want out of you. And that is not why we do what we do, people. If you go ahead and you have it in your mind that whatever I'm going to do, I want to be a blessing to others and I want to help others, because honestly, my podcast was going to be really all of this here was supposed to be me life coaching people online. I'm talking about doing one-on-ones online so y'all can see the process. Now, I've done it. There's receipts out there. We got receipts out there to show people. I've done it. But I found that I said, how can I really make an impact with people in a better way? How can I really reach people so that they can say, okay, this brother right here is really being informative to the people. Oh, yeah. Greg, I agree so much, man. Information does change people. Information, it changes situations. It does. Sometimes that's all you need is that little bit, y'all. You just need that little bit of info to get you over the top and put you in position to where you need to be. I'm telling you, man. It's the game out here is very simple. And this is why I like to give out keys to the game. Whenever you enter into, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of something. Whenever you join a group or whenever you're in with a certain crowd of people, watch how everybody moves. I had to pause for a second because I got to let that sink in. Y'all got to let that sink in. Watch how everyone moves. Because if you choose to watch how everybody moves, you're going to see where the holes are in the system. You're going to see what some inconsistencies are. You're going to see where you can leave your mark at. You're going to see where you can fill in a gap, right? You're going to see exactly where you can fill in a gap. So that way you could put yourself, once again, I'm going to keep saying it, y'all, throughout this episode. You can put yourself in a position in order to make your own self successful. And at the end of the day, my show has never been about me. To finish the point that I was going to say a little bit earlier, it's always to help other people. So what I had to do was I had to get out of myself. One good one. Get out of me, right? You got to get out of yourself in order to be selfless for others. That's what it takes. So I got out of the point of self and I said, what can I do to help these artists and business owners in the city? How can I go ahead and make sure? Shout out to the D Stark show, man. D, I'm coming on the show, bro. I swear I am. I'm coming on the show. We're going to have to exchange information so we can make sure that we set up a date and a time and we make it work. But yeah, the show was never about me. It was for people. So I had to pivot. And I said, okay, I know I can life coach, but what can I do to help these people out here? What can I do to help these artists? Shout out to my people at Shop Talk 7, man. Support District Radio Network, SDR, Shop Talk 7, My Radio Chicago. Shop Blizz is at the helm of that. You know, my guy, Shop Blizz too. He a good guy. He always has a lot of stuff going on in the city of Chicago. Big ups to him. He does the morning jump off. My boy is great at what he does. But also, network and people, yo. Network and people. Because my cousin Ron introduced me to a network of people. And I said, I have to figure out how I can get into this network of people and help. How I can come in here and network and leave a mark. And come to realize they didn't have a life coach in the network. You know, life coach Jeff in the building, baby. So here we are. You know, I go on these shows. I give good nuggets to people. I go ahead. I drop some gems when I can, you know, and they appreciate that. That's why I say, man, city of Chicago is not that hard. You just have to know where to navigate. If you are going to copy somebody and you're going to give the same type of content out, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that at all because Chicago is oversaturated with a lot of talent. I'm talking musically now. Oversaturated with a lot of talent. What's going to set you apart out there from the next person? What was going to set life coach Jeff apart out there from just not doing what anybody else would do on their radio show or their podcast? So I had to be different. I said, why don't I bring these artists on and highlight them in a different way? Why don't I bring these artists on and show them that, look, there's other people out here that you could be relatable to, but there's other people out here who are also trying to be extremely successful. So if they are trying to be successful, what are we going to do? We're going to give them keys to the game. We're not going to be tight-lipped when it comes to this stuff. No, we are going to literally give them keys to the game. So that's what I strive to do. If there's something, like I just told y'all about Megastar and Mina, Rock Nation, distribution deals. You could tell them, hey, man, life coach Jeff told me to get a hold of you. Megastar, Miss Mina Brown Diva. Try to tell you, two great people who out here doing some stuff, man. Who else we got, man? Who else we got? Man, like I said, Shy Blizz, Shondell. Now, if y'all can tap in with Shondell in some type of way, that's the homie for real. Shondell does a lot of great things. I cover a lot of his live events that he puts on and he has. You know, he allows me to bring my camera equipment, my setup, the whole nine, and we stream. And we interview, and the interviews come nonstop. Shout out to the homie Born Rich. Now, these are all people I'm naming off that you need to get to know. So if you in Chicago and you listening, or if you're out of the country, because we do have people who listen out of the country. Shout out to China, man. We got some people listening out there in China. We got some people listening out there in China. Shout out to Atlanta, too. A lot of our people come from Atlanta, man. So, yeah, big shout out to the people in Atlanta. Just saw Barry Brewer and mentioned you and your show. My man, see, again, this is why it's good to know good people and to do good work. That's my mentor. Shouting out Barry. He just saw Barry Brewer and mentioned me in my show. So see, there it is. Who knows? Barry Brewer might contact your boy. And he might be able to go ahead and send a check. Because y'all, if y'all don't know who Barry Brewer is a comedian and he is doing things. He also has a studio out in Maryville, Indiana as well. That's doing some good stuff and good work. Different sets, different things of that nature. Great to shoot a music video in. If you're trying to document something or anything, great area to do that in. Please tap in with Barry Brewer. And Barry, if you're listening, brother, why don't you just come on the show, sit in the chat, big dog. Come on the show, sit in the chat. So we can rap a little bit. We can talk. But yeah, man, that's what I mean. Have a good community with you. Dinah Lynn Biggs and her community of people. Great personalities. We got Z Truth. We got DJ K Pat. We got Nathaniel Lee. We got our guys out there in Germany. We got people everywhere. Okay. And we covering territory. Oh, Greg says he's doing a movie in the city as we speak. There it is. If y'all don't know who Greg Gray is, I already told y'all he got 925 videos. that he had. He got a lot of success from that. But my man also, he takes pictures and he's doing documentaries and things, shooting movies and all that. So y'all holler at the homie Greg Gray. He is the truth. Try to tell y'all. Dope Living TV Live every day, Monday through Thursday, from 7 to 8 p.m. Okay. I had to put that in for my people. I had to put that in. Because over here on the Jeff Releford Show, man, we show love. That's what we do. We always constantly show love. And again, this is another key to the game on how you be successful. Whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out of it. Let me say that for the people in the back. I don't know if they really paying attention like that, man. I don't know. Whatever you choose to put in to this, that is exactly what you are going to get out of it. So, got to let y'all know. If y'all are actually willing to take the steps and go with it, Nicole, what's up, girl? Thank you for tapping in and listening to the show, girl. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Coach V is in the building, y'all. Coach V is in the building. Like I said, whatever you go ahead, whatever you put into it, that's what you're going to get out of it. So when I network with people, I show love. So guess what? They show me love. Shout out to my boy Taco. Taco has a show coming up in City Winery, okay? He has a show coming up at City Winery, and I purchased the tickets for my boy. Taco was doing great stuff. Taco used to be signed, yo. And then when he went ahead, he left the record company. He sat up there and said, you know, I could do this on my own. So what this man does is he tours across the country on his own. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, it can be done. And he performs at sold out shows. So City Winery is fitting for my boy. Y'all go ahead, get them tickets for Taco show, man. He'll be at City Winery. I'm trying to get the dates for y'all real quick, so I got it. But yeah, again, surround yourself with people who are doing stuff out here, baby. Doing things out here. He'll be at City Winery on September 24th, y'all. So get the tickets. Just type in Taco, okay? T-A-C-O, Taco. Be at City Winery September 24th. I got my tickets. I don't even know. I'm going to try to see if I can get backstage, holler at the boy real quick. Maybe we could go ahead and watch the show from a different area, you know. But for real, if you show love, you're going to get it right back, man. These are just basic, very basic keys and principles that I've used in order to get ahead. And we're not even done yet. Shout out to the homie Born Rich and Reveal Magazine, okay? I will be in Reveal Magazine. Reveal Magazine is going to be in CVS and it's going to be in Walgreens across the country, people. And I'm going to have an article in that bad boy, okay? Telling y'all, man. When I just say things are coming, it's not just to say that things are coming. It's the fact that we take strides to go ahead and move so that we can get more exposure. I can't sit up here and say I want Life Coach Jeff to be a household name, and I'm not taking the strides to do that. And even when we talk about what we're doing right here at Biggs Radio, yo, y'all don't understand. National Black Radio Hall of Fame, Chicago, Indiana chapter, that means something. That means your boy's name is going to be at the museum in Atlanta forever, archived forever. It take people a long time to get to where that is. It take people a long time. No shade to nobody. I ain't saying that they don't put in work. No, because you put in work. If it take you a long time, you put in work. And I'm just letting y'all know, your boy is putting in work. Your boy is putting in work. Your boy is doing things not just to get noticed, but to help the platform so that we can make sure we get other people exposure as well. Shout out to DJ K-Pat. She's also another personality here on Biggs Radio. She is a part of another radio station, WQJT 107.5 Live. My podcast episodes will be going there in Freeport, Illinois. Again, expanding the territory, people. You have to expand your territory. If you are not willing to expand territory, it will be very hard to get out here and do things. I also met some great people in Indianapolis as well, man. Shout out to Jamal White. He is a talented singer. Shout out to Forecast as well. Get them on the show as well. Forecast, they are great singers. I'm talking about R&B people now here, okay? My R&B people. I don't interview a lot of R&B people, so I need y'all. I need y'all to come through in the building. But again, I'm putting myself in these situations, in these positions to where I can set myself up for success. And yes, people, it may seem selfish for a little bit of time. It might seem like that, oh, okay, how come your boy not going out, doing other things, A, B, C, X, Y, and Z? Yes, I do have time to have fun. I find my time to have fun. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to sit in front of somebody and say, I want to leave legacy, there are certain steps that I have to take in order to do that. And I get it. Everybody's not going down the same path that you're going. So what you got to do, in a sense, is you don't have to separate. I've only had to separate from a few people in my life. I'm going to let y'all know something. I only had to separate myself from a few people in my life. Shout out to Miss Ovita in the building. Ovita, my running buddy out here, man. When we do these shows and we get things happening, Ovita sit down. She said, congratulations on your accomplishments this weekend. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate you, girl. And you know, girl, when I'm out, you always got a seat in the chair to co-host with a brother. Always. You ain't even co-hosting. You just, at this point, you helping host the show with me. You ain't even a co-host no more. You done sat in the chair so many times. We can cover so many people, girl. This is just what we do. Shout out to Miss Ovita Ivy, man. She's also making her mark out here in Chicago radio, man. She does great things. She knows how to talk to people. She networks very well. She know people. So shout out to Miss Ovita Ivy. If you don't know her, please get to know her, because Ovita is a very great asset to anybody who she has on the team, man. Very humble person, down to earth, the whole nine. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, your boy can go on and on about these things because it's a mindset, yo. Y'all know what it is. I have my own brand: redirect, regroup, refocus, shifting the mindset, self-awareness, and call to action. You got to shift that brain in order to be successful out here, people. Yeah, those things of old that you used to think about, you need to kick that out of your head right now. Any fears that you had about what it takes to be successful, any dangerous aspects of life that you thought that you might revel into because you like, oh, I don't want to go down this path because I don't want to be this way. No, you are in control of your own destiny. And the first step to you actually figuring that out is controlling your thoughts. I want to let you know that. Just want to drop a little hint on something. What my friend say? What my friend talk about here? She said she would have been down in Indy, but the car was down. It's okay, girl. I understand. She said, I know you and I appreciate that God has let our paths cross. Yeah, girl, always. You know, that's how we do. Here go the homie Greg Gray putting out the shameless plug. Subscribe and like the Jeff Releford journey. # support. There it is, big dog. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, yo, I'm telling y'all, these things, these people out here, these processes, like I said, get it out your head. The stuff that you had of old, get it out now, because that is going to be your number one hindrance with progression. If you ain't willing to rethink, you might as well kiss everything goodbye that you want to do. You say you want to change. You say you want to move forward in your life with different things. I'm starting to sound like the Everest guy on the commercials. Y'all remember that? Some of my people remember Everest College out here. I went to Everest College, graduated my electrician diploma, and I'm the only one out of the group that actually made something happen about that. I was in a room with 20-something people, and everybody struggled to get in the electrical field, but I made it happen. I'm just saying, man, anything is possible out here. You don't have to limit yourself. Just because you get one no in one area, that doesn't mean that everybody is going to reject you wherever you're going to go. I didn't take no for an answer. And I will continue not to take no for an answer, because what someone won't do for you, another person will, in order to help you get to the point to where you want to go. But see, it's one thing for me to say it, baby, but you got to believe that. If you believe that, the sky's the limit to where you can go. If you believe that, you could go ahead, you could break down so many walls and bust down so many barriers in your life because you believe it. And the second part of what I want to teach is self-awareness, people. You got to know how these things are going to affect you. Okay? You have to know how each and every life-changing event is going to affect you. Because when you start shifting your mindset and you start thinking about different things that go on in your life and how they interconnect with each other, especially when you're trying to change, self-awareness is very key. It's a very key process to all of this, because now that is when you're starting to make a transition And I'm going to get to that transition in a few minutes here. With that transition, you know, you're thinking differently. It's an uncomfortable place for you. Self-awareness always breeds uncomfortability. Because why? When you're self-aware, that means you notice. When you notice, that means you start to recognize. When you recognize, that means you see. And when you see it right in front of you, baby, at some point in time, you are going to have to make a move. At some point in time, you are going to have to make a move. And I'm going to be honest with you. I always tell people that radio is expensive. Radio is extremely expensive. It is. Cough, cough, hint, hint, wink, wink. People, radio is an expensive thing. Any form of you wanting to be successful and where you're going is going to be expensive because you have to invest in yourself. I talked earlier and I said, find some people that are willing to invest in you. But let me tell you something. Investing in you means that they're going to give you an opportunity. That doesn't mean that they're going to pay your way. Let me say that again. Investing in you, when people are willing to invest in you, that means they're going to give you an opportunity. That doesn't mean they're willing to pay your way. Okay? Your boy didn't spend so much money this week on investments alone because different things will give good opportunity for me. And these are other things that are just still coming. These are things that I ain't even talked about yet. But it's coming. You know? I'm not scared to say about something coming or what's coming because I'm moving. I'm standing on business. As the people say, we standing on business. We 10 toes down in this bad boy. We in here. So all I hope is that each and every one of y'all will be in there in your life as well. And like I always tell y'all people, this doesn't have to always be business. This doesn't have to be. Just be successful in your own life. Whatever it is you wish to accomplish, whatever it is you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want to do, continue to move forward in that. Don't stray away from it. Because if you stray away from it, you'll miss out on your own opportunity that you could have created because you got scared. Or because you chose to say, you know what, I do this tomorrow. I'm going to tell you something. You have the same amount of time today as you gonna have tomorrow, as you had the day before, as you gonna have months and years from now. You gonna have the same amount of time. So why not take advantage of the time that you have exactly right now? Why don't you just take advantage of the time that you have in this moment in order to start something? You know, I always see women all the time. It never fails. Women always talk on my timeline all the time. I'm not saying they message me. I said they talk. They talk on my timeline. Because you get to see everybody post. And it's always like, well, start this today. Do this now. Don't be scared. Blah, blah, blah. I see a lot of yeses out here. I see a lot of amen, sis. It's my time. Amen, bro. It's my time. I see a lot of that because the men be saying that stuff too sometimes. But when I go back and check, because I'm going to tell y'all, this is what I do sometimes. Because I'm rooting for a lot of y'all out here. But when you hop on the page or when you hop on the post, okay, and you motivated for that brief second, that brief moment in time, you are motivated to do something. What did you do after that? And there's a few of y'all I can say nothing because I went to check. I asked questions. Regardless, word get around very quick out here about how people move and what people doing, especially when you start being in more successful circles, you know. Successful circles. Shout out to the homie Cypher Sick out here too. Cypher Sick Bishop. My man he stay moving out here. We're gonna get him in the chair for another recap. So y'all can know what he got going on. Because when I had him here last time, oh, that brother. Yeah, that brother moving with some good people out here. He, you know how you talking to your friends and they one step closer. They always one step closer to that break, that boom moment. I believe he already got the boom moment. Shout out to my homie Track Talk. And my boy Don Walker as well, my people out here. Don Walker and Track Talk, they out here doing great things. Went to Yonkers, New York, and actually was in Rough Rider studio. Laid down, I believe they laid down a track. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm just saying, you know, it's some talks in the works, people. It's some talks in the works. There's some things going on. I'm just saying, there's some things going on. So y'all tap in with my people, man, because we just don't talk about things. We do them and we get them done. And that's what I want to be done in each and every one of your lives. Stop talking about it. Change your mindset up a little bit. Notice how the changing of your mindset has the ability to affect what it is you're going to do next or what you have plans on doing. And then, right, this is the third key part, the third key step. You got to have a call to action with this thing, baby. So what does that call to action mean? That call to action means is that you got to move in something. Ooh-wee, baby. You got to move in something. So this means whatever you were thinking and you shifted your mindset from that to think different, and now you knew how it was going to affect you on a self-awareness standpoint. You've analyzed it. You broke it down. You looked into it. You said to yourself, okay, we here in the building. Now, what are you going to do to achieve those steps? What is going to be your call to action? And I want to let y'all know the call to action does not have to be perfect all the time. I had to learn that. Your call to action does not have to be perfect. It just has to be a plan in order to make some type of movement. It has to be a plan to make some type of movement. And you have to be willing to make the move. Again, you just don't get successful by sitting and waiting. Gotta let it sit there, people. Let it rest in your head for a minute. Let it rest in your mind. You don't get successful in anything that you want to do in this world by sitting and waiting. That might work for a gold digger or for a man that might be, waiting on somebody to come back and be a sugar mama. I don't know. That might work for you. But in the real world, people, what we got to do is we have to go after whatever it is that we are trying to get in this life and out of this life. And we got to do it right. Telling y'all, man, what I mean by right is just do it right. Just do it justly, Keep God in your life. Go ahead and give some recognition to the man upstairs for everything that he's giving you. If you got breath in your body, go ahead, say thank you. Show some gratitude. Be humble. Okay, be humble as you continue to walk this earth. Because like I told you, whatever you put into these things, that's what you're going to get out of it. That's how this all works. People want to know the real secret sauce to all of this and how all of this stuff comes together, how the culmination is and everything. You want to make moves out here. You want to make a mark out here. You want to leave a legacy for your people, even if it's just in you trying to change your own very life for the better. Be humble. Stop trying to look for everybody else to do something for you. Sometimes you got to get out and you got to make it good for yourself. So then when somebody else does give you that recognition that you were looking for, now you're actually able to receive it. I'm just trying to drop some gems for the people. I know it. I understand. I know. This is when we start really looking. We drop a few of y'all. This is when we start losing y'all. Because see that A word, I'm going to cuss, that accountability. See, I just cussed. I know I just cussed. I'm sorry, Donald. I didn't mean to cuss, but I cussed a couple times. Accountability. Oh, there it is again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to y'all. Accountability is a big thing. You hear this word being thrown around a lot of times when it comes to relationships and everything like that. Okay, I get it. But let's look at the big picture with this. You have to be held accountable for everything that it is that you do in this life. Whether you make a good decision or a bad decision. There are good consequences and there are bad consequences. We know this. Y'all know this. Y'all know how it goes. We are all grown adults here. We know how the world works, or I would like to think that we do. And when it gets down to these certain points in these situations to where, am I going to do right? Am I going to do wrong? Which way do you want to go? Do you want to try it again to make it a better life for you? Do you actually want to change your situation? Or do you want to stay reveled in something? Do you want to stay reveled in mess? Do you always want drama? Do you like drama? Do you want some peace? Baby, go ahead and find you some peace. Because it's very hard to find your peace in people. Okay? It's very hard to find your peace in a business. It's very hard to find your peace in tangible things. You have to have that peace within first. Prime example, like I said again, whatever you put in is what you are going to get out. Whatever you put inside of you is what you are going to exude out, people. Come on now. Let me throw it back at you. Greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world. Greater is he that is in me. If we all have that light and spirit of God that is in us, and God has told us to let your light so shine, why don't you just let it shine? Why don't you take all of that positivity that I know that is in you, and you know that's in you, and give it to somebody? Give it to people. Let people know that it's there. And sometimes people, let me tell you, baby, sometimes a lot of people don't understand what it is that you're doing or what you got because they simply don't know. If you open up a little bit, if you share a little bit, people can learn to appreciate and value what it is that you put out there. I'm not saying you got to open up your heart, your whole soul to people. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that in order to make your mark out here, if you really want to give it your all, follow a few steps. Listen to a few people. It's not bad to take advice from people, everybody. Some people just don't like to be told what to do. I'm actually experiencing that and going through that now. Jesus, this guy I'm training at work, he's something else. He's a little different, but I can't hold it against him. You know, some people, that's who they are. That's what they know. I can't hold you. I can't sit up here and stop you because you were raised a little different. You know, you might have been put in different situations than me. You know, I can't speak to that. So, you know, you accept people for who they are. You do the best that you can and you keep it moving. Come on, y'all. A lot of times things don't, I got tongue tied. A lot of times things do not have to be confrontational. You say things to make sure your point is said, you make sure it's heard, and leave it there and move on. Things don't always have to be so defined and always drawn out all the time so that you can go ahead and try to stress something. Everything always come out later on. So just let it come out later on. I'm telling y'all, I hope I help somebody with that point. Because you got to remember, these are things that we go through each and every day of our life. Everything that I've mentioned here today on how to be successful, how to shift your mindset, cause some self-awareness, and promote your call to action, everything that I've said here today is something that we've all gone through at some point in time. Everything. So you must remember that always go ahead and make sure that you're giving your 1,010% in everything that you do. Don't hold back, because the moment you choose to hold back is the moment that you choose to stifle yourself. We're not here to stifle ourselves, people. We want to put ourselves in that cocoon for a little bit of time by ourselves. Let me say that, by yourself, because you'll be surprised. People will think you're changing. People will think that they'll think you change, and they think you being a little different because you choose to get by yourself. But sometimes you have to get by yourself in that cocoon so that a transformation can happen. A caterpillar doesn't always remain a caterpillar. It has to change at some point in time into that beautiful butterfly. If you want to morph into that beautiful butterfly, learn to get in a place of solidarity by yourself at times. Learn how to master your own crafts so that you can go ahead and continue to give back, not just to others, because before you can give to others, you have to give to yourself. So you need to isolate yourself for a little bit so that you can get your thoughts together, get your mind clear, get everything together. So that now, when it comes time to make the move, what does that butterfly do once the caterpillar has formed into the butterfly? What does it do? It spreads its wings and it flies. You have to get yourself ready to move in a position in your life to where you are ready to fly, to where you can hold yourself up. You can carry your own weight, right? You can carry your own weight, and you can get yourself to the next level that you are trying to get yourself to. Come on, man. It's not rocket science for all of this. All it takes is a little bit of time, a little bit of effort to move within the journey. And then you can make some stuff happen. I'm telling y'all, man. This is why I'm very grateful. Very grateful to the people that have come into my life to the people that have poured into me, that continue to pour into me, and continue to, man, create pathways. Because when I tell you, Born Rich is a powerhouse out here. Sharon Pulliam, powerhouse out here. Yeah. And I'm talking about making external. Okay. Let me say this to y'all. There are a lot of people that we look at, and I want to help y'all widen y'all scope of people that you're actually around. Okay. Because we only got like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes left. Get off a little early so y'all can listen to some of that good music. Because, you know, Julian St. Chris going to hit you with the hits later. He going to hit you with some hits. He going to come to y'all. But always remember that when you start hanging around certain people, all right, it's up to you to notice who the heavy players are. Because there are a lot of people around who give I'm not saying give the illusion, because I don't want to say that, because it's not an illusion. There are some people here who can really help you with where you're trying to go, that can give you great opportunity. But there are other people that can put you in certain places that other people can't. Now, normally when we hear this statement, we like to relate it to rooms and people talking about us. You gonna be in the rooms regardless. If you moving, somebody is watching your movements. Somebody is going to mention your name. I've learned that just over time, if you keep moving, you be outside, you make yourself available, what will happen is you will really end up being in a space to where people will mention your name in rooms that you didn't even think of, because they respect what you're doing and they see what you're doing. But there are some people out here that you need to align yourself up with differently to expand your network and reach, so that you can get outside. Can I say this to my Chicago people and my people in all the cities around the U.S. here? Because I know y'all are listening, paying attention. You need to do things that can get you outside of your city. You need to do some things that can get you outside of that potential. Like, how can I put it? You'll be in a constant state, okay? A constant state of stagnation. What I mean by a constant state of stagnation is you will remain stuck if you don't choose to try to find people who can take you outside of where you're trying to go. Should have just dropped the whole mic right there. Should have just dropped the whole mic right there. Should have dropped it. Should have left it alone. Should have been done. I should have got off right after I said that. Because the land in the world of entertainment is too broad for anybody, all the way from California to New York, all the way from, we talking about Michigan, all the way to Texas and Florida. Okay. Covering these great 50 United States. It's too many people out here to not want to talk to where you can expand and enlarge the territory with your message, with your brand, with you just trying to make sure that, hey, I could be at the right place, right time, y'all. Oh, I'm telling y'all, too many people out here. We got a few shout outs, man, because I know some people listening. Let's go ahead. Shout out to Greg Gray, Nicole Bernardo, the D Stark Show in the building, Miss Ovita Ivy. Who else we got? Oh, shout out to Taco. I mentioned Taco. Timmy Shelto in the building. Timmy Shelto, I appreciate you, big dog. Timmy, man, let me tell you, had the honor of going to a show, a comedy show that he was at, man. My man, he is great. He is the real deal. Y'all need to tap into Timmy Shelto, okay? TimmyShelltoe. Timmy Shelto in the building, man. Tap into him, please. He does the Time to Drink videos. He is making his mark truly out here. From Gary, Indiana, y'all. Hometown, baby. Gary, Indiana. From Gary, Indiana. Making moves out here. Y'all tap into him, y'all. So, I just want to say this. I really hope that y'all got something out of the show today. I really hope that y'all were able to really glean from this, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to be successful. There's more than one way to just make sure that you can be very vigilant out here in your dealings, so that you can take yourself to the next level. I'm telling you, man. I didn't get an honorary doctorate degree in evangelism studies if I didn't know how to be relatable to people. If I didn't know how to try to say, hey, there's a different way that you can do something. I didn't get an award for hottest radio personality, host, just by sitting up here not trying to provide something to the people. I didn't get into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame just by sitting down and not doing anything. It's because it takes time, it takes work, and it takes effort to do all of these things. And we not done yet, people, because your boy also got his own internet radio station. See. Yeah, we gonna tap into that. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I got my own internet radio station, and we're trying to do something different because there's a need to be different. And if you don't want to strive to be different, you can be just like everybody else. Over here on this side, baby, Life Coach Jeff is choosing not to be like everybody else. So when you look at your brother Jeff here, when you look at Dr. Life Coach Jeff, and you say, hey, man, how come you ain't outside like that? Why is it so hard to reach you at times? What you got really going on? I invite any one of y'all, come to the studio, see what I got going on. Come and see actually what I do when I'm in this bad boy. Home is for peace. I don't want to do work at home. Home is for peace. But when we in here, we putting in work. And guess what? I know each and every one of y'all have that same drive to put in that same type of work, whether it is to be successful in life or whether you just want to be happy, whether you want to change your situation out for the good. So, all right, y'all. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. We are on every Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. and also syndicated every morning from 9 to 10 a.m. So y'all tap in too, because we have some great shows playing from 9 to 10 p.m. So, all right, y'all. Remember, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live. And, as always, redirect, regroup, refocus. And I love y'all so very much. And peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the Online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay, Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.